The Battle of Sherra-moor was fought in 1715, and there was a song written about it by the Reverend John Barclay called A Dialogue Between Will Lickladle and Tom Clean Cogue, Clean Bowl, two shepherds who were feeding their flocks on the Ochil Hills the day of the Battle of Sherra-moor. So Burns's version is just called The Battle of Sherra-moor. I'll tell you more about that after I sing it. Some of the language. Fecht is a fight. Frechted does, frighted doves. My sister Kate came up the gate. The gates were shut. The gate is a road or a way. The great Argyle led on his files. I wot they glanc'd for 20 miles. They shone for 20 miles. They hew'd the clans like 9-pin kiles. To hew'd is to throw a stone under your thigh. So it's basically bowling. We'd call it bowling. A kyle is a channel. We'd call it an alley. Dialogue between two shepherds about the battle. Oh, come here, the fechty shun, or hear the sheep when me man, or were ye at the Sherra-moor, or did the battle see, man? I saw the battle, sair and teugh, and reekin-red on mony sheugh. My head for fear gae sough for sough, to hear the thuds and say the cluds, so clans frae woods and tartan thuds, o glaum'd kingdoms three, man. Hey-dum, da-dum, hey-dum, dandy, hey-dum, da-dum, day-dan. The red-coat lads with black cockauds, to meet them werena slaw, man. They rushed and pushed and blood outgush'd and mony bouk did fall, man. The great Argyle led on his files, I wot they glanc'd for 20 miles. They hew'd the clans like 9-pin kiles, they hacked and hashed while braid swords clashed, and through they dashed and hew'd and smashed, till fame indeed a war, man. Hey-dum, da-dum, hey-dum, dandy, hey-dum, da-dum, day-dan. But daddy seemed to fill of eggs and skyre and tartan thro's, man, when in the teeth they dared her wigs and covenant through blues, man, in lines extended long and large, when bayonets or poured the targe, and throws and hastened to the charge, we heel and wrath they frae the sheath, through blades of death, till out of breath they fled like frechted does, man. Hey-dum, da-dum, hey-dum, dandy, hey-dum, da-dum, day-dan. Oh, how deal Dan can that be true? The chase came frae the north, man. I saw myself they did pursue the horseman back to forth, man. And at Dunblane in mine sect they took the brigway o' their mecht, and struck to Stirling winged their flecht. But cursed lot, the gates were shut, and mony hunted poor red coat for fear and nasted swarth, man. Hey-dum, da-dum, hey-dum, dandy, hey-dum, da-dum, day-dan. My sister Kate come up the gate with crowdy unto me, man. She swore she saw some rebels run to Perth and to Dundee, man. Their left-hand general had nae skill, the Angus lads had nae goodwill, that day their neighbours' blood to spill, for fear by foes that they should lose their cloaks of rose, they scared at blows, and hameward fast did flee, man. Hey-dum, da-dum, hey-dum, dandy, hey-dum, da-dum, day-dan. They've lost some gallant gentlemen among the Highland clans, man. I fear my Lord Panmure is deed or in his enemy's hands, man. Now what ye sing this double flecht, some fell for wrong and some for recht, and mony bad the world good next, say mell and mell when muskets knell, how Tories fell and Whigs to hell flew off in frechted bands, man. Hey-dum, da-dum, hey-dum, dandy, hey-dum, da-dum, day-dan. Pelin Mill, how muskets, we muskets knell. So, to go through the words, so come you here the fight to shun? Did you come here to avoid the fight, or to herd the sheep with me? Or were you at the Sherra-moor, or did the battle see? I saw the battle, sore and tough, and reekin-red, that means smoking. Reeking is not stinking, but smoking in the Scots. Smoking red ran many a sheugh, many a ditch or trough. My heart for fear, gay sough for sough was pounding, to hear the thuds and see the clouds of clans from woods and tartan duds who clutched at kingdom's three-man. The red coat lads with black cockauds, the Hanover cockauds. To meet them were not slow, they rushed and pushed, and blood outgush'd, and many a bouk, bulk, or body did fall man. The great Argyle had on his files, we went over that, I wot they glanc'd for 20 miles, they hew'd the clans like 9-pin kiles. They hacked and hashed while broadswords clashed, and through they dashed, and hew'd and smashed, till fey men died away nan. Fey is, it's when you have a premonition of death before a battle. It can also just mean anxious, whatever. But had ye seen the filibegs, the kilts, and sair and tartan trews, showy, flashy tartan trousers, when in the teeth they dared our wakes and covenant true blues man. And in lines extended along an arch, when bayonets o'erpowered the targe. A targe is a small shield, T-A-R-G-E, it's we get our word for target. And thousands hastened to the charge with Highland wrath. They from the sheath drew blades of death, till out of breath they fled like frighted doves. Oh, how deal town, how the devil, how the hell can that be true? The chase went from the north, man, I saw myself they did pursue the horsemen back to Forth, man, and at Dunblane in my own sight, they took the bridge with all their might, and straight to Stirling winged their flight. But cursed lot, the roads were shut, and many a hunted poor red coat for fear all mace did swarf, did barf, did puke, man. My sister Kate came up the gate, came up the way with crowdy gruel unto me. She brought me some breakfast. She swore she saw some rebels run to Perth and to Dundee. Their left-hand general had no skill, the Angus lads had no good will that day their neighbours' blood to spill, for fear by foes that they should lose their cogs of brose, their bowls of porridge. They scared at blows and homeward fast did flee. Terrifying battle, everyone's running. They've lost some gallant gentlemen among the Highland clans. I fear my Lord Penmuir is dead or in his enemies' hands. Now would you sing this double flight? Some fell for wrong and some for right, and many bade the world good night. Say Pelin Mill with muskets knell, how Tories fell and Whigs to hell flew off in frighted bands, man. That's the language. The text is from the Scots Musical Museum. We don't have Burns's manuscript. Number 282 was published in 1790. The tune is the Cameronian's Rant, which I have from Neil Stewart's Reels, which has that nice sharp to minor thing in that second line. James Ayres has essentially the same set minus the sharp note. The museum changed the tune, which was traditional, and it's the same in 5 different locations. You get 2 measures on the 1 and 2 on the 2. They changed it to go, left hand general had no skill. They changed it, and I'm changing it back to the authentic. Musical editor of the Scots Musical Museum, which has published the bulk of Burns's best song work. It was a musical editor named Stephen Clark. He was a church organist from Durham, England, and he loved to correct the traditional Scots dance tunes and the tunes of the great Scots Smiths like Neil Gow, James Oswald, William McGibbon. The man was a hack, in my view, and I've spent the last 10 years digging out early drafts of Burns as well as the source tunes from the books he owned. Burns played fiddle, he was a country dancer, he was involved with music and dance, and he wrote to melody. He did not write poems and then stick tunes on them. Often his poems appear online and they say songs appear online and they say a poem. There's a difference between a poem and a song. his poems are quite different from his songs generally in subject and in their form. So anyway, the older version of the song by Barclay also went to this melody, the Cameronian Rant, or the Cameronian's reel. So he used the tune that went to it. And he just put la la and etc. He didn't really elucidate how to sing nonsense syllables. So the museum just ends up having la 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 da. I took the hey dum dandy from the old lyric from Barclay.